Hello all newcomers and welcome back my fellow Eternians. As always, it's me, Emperor AP, and about 2 weeks ago we had a very special surprise when one of our own citizens from across the United States came to the Empire of Aeternia in person. Gray, one of our citizens now for quite a while, and somebody who I had become great friends with talking endlessly online, came to the Empire of Aeternia in person on a yearly round-the-country trip to visit micronations, and this year we were fortunate enough to be a part of that, which was incredibly exciting. That is unprecedented in Eternian history. It's something that has not happened before, where a citizen from outside of Aeternia actually comes to Aeternia and is able to be here and to experience everything. It is a huge moment of growth for us, and it's something that really helped to define a lot of culture for me and make me feel more Eternian as well. So something that was very, very exciting about that was not only was that a huge first for us, but almost immediately as soon as he arrives, we start checking the box on other great firsts for Eternia. One of the biggest ones being that he provided us with an olive branch of diplomacy from the people of Delvera out in Kansas. Delvera is another micronation out of Kansas, which he had visited on this trip and had presented us with this, the flag of Delvera, which is something that they asked him to present to us when they got here. So I am so humbled to have received that gift from the people of Delvera, and I have to say that it is very, very humbly accepted, and that I thank you so much for it. Hopefully it will be reciprocated very, very soon. So if anybody from Delvera is watching this, thank you very much, and I am excited for the future with you all. In addition to that, we had our talks with Gray. We had our sit down, we had our conversation. I got to know his girlfriend Jackie a little bit more, which was fantastic to meet her in person as well. And once we got our pleasantries out of the way, once we got sitting down, talking, laughing, enjoying ourselves, we went almost immediately to work on other firsts for the Empire of Aeternia. This wasn't something that was particularly planned, but just started happening as that chemistry between the two of us started igniting, as we started, building and talking and discussing Aeternia and micronationalism and politics and all these things that we both had this idea about, this longing reach that spanned the entire United States, the entire distance that we were from each other, yet both being Eternian, now in person, we're able to start working on. One of the first things that happened, which was again another huge monumental step a little bit later in the afternoon, was we were able to create our first pure Aeternian clay. If you have seen our previous forging attempts, you will know that I have tried and failed to make pure Aeternian clay from the soil here in Aeternia. It's something that I haven't been able to dedicate the time to do right, and Gray came in and immediately knocked it out of the park and made this. Some very, very pure, very nice, solid Aeternian clay, which can be reused, wet, dried, and even cast with very, very soon. So that's something that we're going to be working on in a whole nother video, but he provided an immense amount of value to us and a whole bunch of firsts just by showing up and just by getting started on things. Some of this clay creation process you can see in the background of some of these videos. Unfortunately, we didn't spend a whole lot of time specifically filming that part, but I was so excited to be able to have him here doing that, knocking things out of the park. And this is going to be something that really, really does help us with our entire new forge, which we're going to be explaining in a future video, but this is about to jumpstart things for us, and I have to thank you, Gray, so much for creating that for us as well. In meeting his girlfriend Jackie, she helped us create our ceremonial bonfire. Since we had newcomers in the Empire of Aeternia, since we had citizens in the Empire of Aeternia, we wanted to celebrate, and we wanted to create a traditional ceremonial bonfire here. So Jackie helped us to build that and create that, and as we worked, we got to talking, and we got to enjoying ourselves and laughing, and that work, that all being Aeternia and all contributing to Aeternia, definitely brought something out, and definitely had sort of a tie-in to just this community theme, just this support theme. And even though we were strangers to a certain degree, it felt like a big family gathering. It felt like a big fun event that I was honored to be a part of. You know, I felt like I was in a celebration in my own home, if you will, a party, festival. And knowing all of that and seeing that in them and having that brought out in them was fantastic. Once the bonfire was built, we ended up moving into the celebration of the night. Of course, the talking, the drinking, the having fun. And my roommate Zach even ended up coming out and joining us for that celebration and those festivities. So it was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. We had Tiffany there, we had Zach there, we had Jackie there, and of course Gray and myself. Just spending time, getting to know each other. And that was how the first day went. It was something where right away we made progress on 3 huge events in Aeternian history, and then after that we just got to hang out and enjoy each other's company. But that was only day 1. Day 2 comes in, and we are doing a whole nother continuation of day 1. It starts off right off the bat, early in the morning. Gray comes over and we film the interview that you guys have seen on the channel. It's the live stream where we talk about a citizen showing up to Aeternia. We had Gray in Aeternia, we did a live stream where he asked me interview questions that will be a part of his documentary coming up. I'm sure Gray can tell you more about it if you inquire, but Gray is putting on a documentary all about the United States and about different cultures and different political ideologies in it, and that's part of the reason for his trip every year. So in filming that and in being a part of that, we got to be in that through the questions that he asked me through that live stream. So not only will parts of the live stream be in the documentary, but also some footage that he took himself, which is truly exciting for us, and Gray, I wish you the best of luck on that. Honestly though, I think the biggest thing that impacted me about this trip was everything that happened off camera. Because when you're filming things and you're planning things and you're setting things up, it's all very cool, it's all very fun, and there's a lot to be done. But when we were just hanging out, when the camera was off, when we were able to talk about Aeternian politics, when we were able to talk about micronationalism as a whole, when we were able to talk about the future of everything that we're trying to do, his personal experiences, my personal experiences, his goals and ambitions, mine, it was something truly special. It was something that allowed us to really connect with each other and to really understand each other's mindsets as we move forward. So that's going to come into a lot of planning and a lot of preparation for the future of Aeternia. And one of the things that I've been inspired by personally with Gray is that travel. He travels around the country visiting these different micronations, and that's something that I hope to have influenced the Empire of Aeternia as well. With Gray's support and with his assistance on his trip, I hope to be joining him sometime in the future to hopefully spread goodwill and good cheer to other micronations, hopefully to potentially have micronational summits and things like that, be able to sell our wares in person, start the imperial market traveling around the nation, and just doing things that really help to connect us all as a community. So as you can tell, this was a huge milestone for the Empire of Aeternia, and it means a lot to come not only for us, but for you all. So please stay tuned. As always, if you like our content, definitely make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell us how you feel about everything, and be a part of this with us. If you don't know what micronationalism is, it is a perfect time to get on it. It is a perfect time to join another micronation. It is a perfect time to get ready for everything that is about to come. Because for the Empire of Aeternia, we are pushing forward, and I know that means big things for us and the micronational community. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace, guys.